The story starts in 1896 in Sweden with Sylvan Terrani as a chemist. He was the first person to figure out that putting CO2 into the atmosphere could make the Earth warmer. But all this time they believed that there was an infallible balance of nature which no human's actions could ever possibly disturb, so nobody took his ideas very seriously until 1938 when an engineer named Stuart Callender decided to look at the global temperatures recorded over the past 15 years and he figured out that the Earth is getting warmer. War broke out in 1939 and the world economy exploded with an industrial production that overdrive burning of gases and put so much pollution in the atmosphere that partially blocked the sun's ray and the world actually get colder over the next 3 decades. The 1950 scientists were looking more closely at the possibility effects of CO2 emissions on the global temperatures, the first time we realized that we have problems.
A few degrees rise in the world temperature would melt the polar ice cap. The emission of gas in the atmosphere made the world's temperature rise. This phenomenon is called global warming. And then we have some big problems. No, we have this process caused by human activities. Huge amount of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases contribute near the Earth through a naturally occurring process called greenhouse effect.
The greenhouse effect is gases in the atmosphere such as water vapor, carbon dioxide and others let the sunlight in, but keeps some of the heat from escaping like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped and increases the Earth's temperature. Human activities like the burning of fossil fuels has increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution. The fast increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. In the mid-70s, when temperatures started really going up, the phrase global warming made its first appearance in the 1975 research papers. Temperatures kept rising throughout the 80s, and the 1988 was the hottest year ever recorded to that point. This got people's attention and global warming started to enter mainstream public awareness for the first time.
This magnitude only of this feature world leaders Dr. Ward about climate change. In 1995, an international group of scientists published this feature systematics talked about its human influence on global climate.
According to NASA studies, the Arctic sea ice has cleaned about 20% in the last 30 years, as long as industrialized nations consume energy and developing countries increase their fossil fuel consumptions, the concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will continue to rise. Researchers predict that temperature will increase about 2 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by the end of the century, was less certain is what recent temperature means for the planet. Some climate models project such changes. Other forecasts rising sea levels what could force coast areas around the world. Weather patterns could change, making hurricanes more frequent. Survive George couldn't become more common in our areas and spies unable to adapt to changed conditions would face extinction.
Although there are many remains to be learned about global warming, many organizations advocate cutting greenhouse gas emissions to reduce the impact of global warming. Consumers can help by saving energy around the house, choosing economies, light bulbs, and driving fewer miles in the car each week. These simple changes may help and keep the world cooler in the future.
In 1905, the average temperature of the planet was 13.78 degrees. In 2010, this is around 14.5 degrees. The difference is 0.72 degrees. By the end of the century, the average temperature will warm to somewhere between 60.5 and 90 degrees, a conservative estimate. With this, Brazil will suffer. Studies of leading Brazilian scientists describe impacts on our and the future generations, but the future may be different. The future of the houses and coast depends on the behavior of the great glaciers of Greenland and the Arctic. Its melting may happen soon. Thus happening, sea level could rise up to 12 meters. Researching the fourth floor of buildings on the coast, the more moderate forecast for our country suggests that the sea level increased by 58 centimeters, causing more intense hangovers, so the sea would invade the beach with waves of 3 meters rising by 1.5 meters from their current level. A study by NPE warned that global warming could warm 42 million people in Brazil. The researchers also draw attention to the possibilities of cyclones and hurricanes in the south and southeast. Global warming is a problem that affects the whole world in different proportions. Based on the global parameter, Brazil is not a major emitter of gases in the atmosphere, and Ilhabela has a percent of zero emissions, but the consequences can certainly be felt here. We can help with simple attitudes such as choose a bike instead of car, recycling, saving energy, saving water, so we can improve the world and save the planet.